I'm back with another one of these building videos. I've Last time I built this train where I completely forgot that the smokestacks and stuff go on the front of it somehow. Uh, we can ignore that though, because we can focus on this time, where I've got basically the same set of blocks. I swapped out the wart with glowstone because I already used the wart. Also, basically the same set of prompts. Uh, again, swapped out vehicle because I used that last time. I also swapped out cave because I figure I didn't want to do it last time. I'm already fairly decent with caves, and I can save it for later if I really want to. But just quick update. We got plot number 2 here. Fresh new plot, same size. Might do a bigger one next time, but that's for next time. Block I'm working with this time is red nether bricks. Okay. Similar red color to the nether wart, but a bit more shiny, a bit more artificial, and could go well with other types of bricks. So we'll have to see. Well, that could be difficult to make use of if I'm building a food. All right. First thought should be, what food am I making? I could do something in Minecraft, like I could build an apple. That's red. It could go well with the red nether brick. I could also do like sweet berries. Watermelon could be a good one. Summer is like on us. I could also do multiple foods if I want. I could do a soup. Soup is a food. I could also just do something outside of Minecraft, like a cupcake. Cupcake could be fun. Well, I don't really know what I'm making quite yet, but for the ground here, I do think I might want to do more of either a big plate or maybe a picnicky vibe. I think a big plate is pretty simple, so I want to go for the picnic. And I can make this sort of plaid-ish pattern, or at least try to. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I think that might be more right. It might end up being a bit busy. I guess we can see, though. I'm doing that wrong. And then I can just use the /fill command to save myself a little bit of time. There we go. Fix that. That looked like a quilt. I'm not sure the pink works here. Is there another block that might work a little better? Maybe it would be easier if I tried purple, because then I could use the magenta, and that seems a little better than going from pink to red. Just replace all of this. Then I can replace all of this. Is that any good? Still not liking it. Maybe it's because the squares are too small. Maybe I should go for like a 2x2. Alright, is that any better? I think I might be able to work with this. Just add a bit of depth around, using carpets on top of the wool. Might be able to work on the spacing of these a bit, but kind of hard to tell. It should do for now. I don't know why I'm saying for now, like I'm gonna be changing it at any point. For the outer edge, purple concrete powder to soften it up slightly. I feel like I need tassels, like little things poking off the edge and drooping onto the grass. Anything have a good purple color for that? Crystals, maybe. I'll take it for now. Could also try pink petals, since there's a pinkish color in, oh, and bubble coral, actually. I guess me hydrating the coral will hydrate the concrete and turn it into the not concrete. Well, you know what I mean. Thinking is hard sometimes. What's a good, like, grassy slab? Is that decent enough if I cover it up with a coral fan? Probably. Because there aren't very many properly green slabs in the game. You've got copper, but, like, there's not much else. And I need a slab so I can waterlog it with the coral on top. Like this. Otherwise, if I don't do that and just put it on the grass, the coral's going to get dehydrated and die out. Maybe I can put something in the, like, in between to try to smooth it over a bit. I guess leaves were right there, huh? Never mind, you can't place coral on leaves. Moss barely looks different with the biome that I'm in. I don't know. Might as well leave it. Maybe I could even throw in some of the smaller amethyst crystals. That look... I don't really like how that looks, though. Maybe this is where the pink petals come in. Yeah, I think I like that a bit more. Alright, that's all the little tufts in. Time for the petals. Alright. Hopefully that makes it look a little more like a blanket you would just, like, put down and set out for a picnic. But now I need to make the food, and I also need to use red nether bricks in it. So I could do like a sandwich or slice of cake or a pie. A pie could actually be good with the red nether brick, like a cherry pie. Yeah, I think I could go for a cherry pie. Probably gonna want a plate for that though, because you wouldn't just put a slice of pie straight on a blanket. That doesn't seem right. Some smooth quartz, maybe. Yeah, that can probably work. I guess it was a bit silly to make an entire picnic blanket and try to make it remotely good, and then just take out the majority of it to put in a massive plate. I don't know how to make circles. There it is. Literally just taking out these. Yeah. And now put in just like a lip on the plate, because sometimes they have those. Yep, that looks like a plate, probably. What block do I want to use for the crust of it? Because I know I'm probably going to use like red nether brick, mangrove planks for like the innards. It could be tough to do it upright, and it would have a really thick bottom crust, so I'm probably going to do it on its side. Then I could use like shelves for the top and bottom. Usually you don't want crust as dark as dark oak. Even spruce is pushing it, I feel. Oak? Is oak a good high crust? This birch seems too light. Maybe jungle? Is that what you want from a pie crust? I feel like jungle might be the way to go here. Just try to make it look a bit more triangular, because that's the shape pies tend to be in. Unfortunately, I can't do a perfect crust, but we can just say the person eating this pie took a little extra, because pie is pretty good, and I know I would do that. And then there's usually like a little lip on the top of the pie. Maybe add in some mangrove trapdoors up here. Just to like start smoothing it out. Maybe if I move it over, I could add something extra on the other side. Alright, pie's moved over. Now I can put in like an extra cherry and some whipped cream or something. Stripped pale oak wood might be a good whipped cream block. Maybe some calcite along with it. Oh, I probably want some like juiced smears around the pie as well. Something I might be able to use for that is nether quartz. That looks... And I feel like the edge of it's a bit too square to really like feel like juice smears, even though it is red and white in a mix. Maybe I could use granite instead. Maybe some red glazed terracotta is the way to go. Or maybe, if I make the entire plate black instead of white, I could use black glazed terracotta in there too. That could be good. Yeah, let's try some of that. So good black block for plates. Probably just blackstone. Polished blackstone. Or just, no, polished. There. Now I've got a black plate, so the pie blends in slightly more, but the whipped cream will definitely pop. I missed a block here, but it could just look good as a little whipped cream low down. Oh, and I could even add snow layers here for extra depth to it. Like some of this. That looks like whipped cream, right? Probably. Possibly. Probably want some down here, though. Back to the cherry juice, pie juice I wanted to put around. This looks kind of good, right? I go for something like that. Yeah, I think I like that. Maybe this goes here, and I put one of those there. And then I can add some extra around here. I do this, this. Yeah, I think I like that. Then I can pop a little cherry down here. Good cherry block. That doesn't look much like a cherry. A little more convincing. Maybe if I make it slightly bigger, I could, like, start it thick at the bottom, and that's a bit cherry-like, isn't it? Like, this looks like a piece of pie. Maybe I need to use a different block here to differentiate from that. Maybe some crimson. No, that blends it too. That blends the stuff closer to the blanket than it does the juice. Maybe just some netherrack. Netherrack could help. Maybe I could even slip some netherrack in here. Why would the cherry be standing upright like this? Alright. I don't think this build went too badly. And I got it done a bit quicker than the train, so I think I can be proud of this one. Well, there's my pie. Whipped cream, cherry, picnic blanket. I feel like the blanket could use a little work, but I do think the little tufts of coral and pink petals, I think those look at least a little decent. They're a bit creative with my block choice. That's what I'm trying to practice. But in any case, hope you liked it. Leave some suggestions for what you want to see in the next one, and have fun doing some redstone.